What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, it's Friday, so it's not my day, it's your day. And sure, he's in the tower, which means that we've got to go ahead and check out what he's got, and of course, we've got to grade him. So what a difference a week makes. Last week, we were doing our Azure video, we said, hey, our PlayStation 4 is dying, it's ejecting discs. Fast forward to now, and we've got a PlayStation 4 Pro that is holding discs so far, so we like it. So going along with that change, we might change up things a little bit as well here on the channel, trying to do a featured comment of the day. So I've seen some channels going ahead and featuring subscribers, people who come to the video, drop a like, and then go ahead and leave a comment. We'd like to try to feature one of those comments each day. Try to. It could be a really nice comment, it could be a funny comment, it could be something that I find really interesting. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. So we're going to go ahead and get things started off here with our very first one from Very Much a Gentleman. And he says on yesterday's video, pretty much all of my feelings put into beautifully choreographed sentences. Love it. Hashtag buff please. You know he made it to the end of the video. So that's awesome. Our first poster, subscriber, KSig clicker, I don't know. We'll have to come up with a good and catchy name for that of the day. Very Much a Gentleman. You're the very first one. So thank you very much. Zhur's hanging out over here. We've got to see what he's got. For starters, on our Titan, okay, we always have to go ahead and check things out here. Legacy Ingrams. I always like to look because Bungie sometimes just likes to surprise us there and throw in actual current light level Ingrams. Not this time. This time for our Titans, we've got the no backup plans. So these things were absolutely terrible in the beginning. Now, they are pretty much one of the top tier exotics in PvP, surprisingly. Yes, in PvP, despite these being for the defender class only, these are an A in PvP, and surprisingly, they are also a very worthwhile exotic to go ahead and put on in PvE as well, because we actually made ourselves an infinite orb defender build, which was a lot of fun, and these were pretty much at the forefront of that. So no backup plans, they are actually very good. Will they still be king whenever the next update comes out and special ammo is lessened? I don't know, but I do know something. Invective. Oh man. Alright, moving on next to our hunter, we've got the Skyburner's Annex. So these are not as illustrious as the no backup plans. They feel like a new exotic, even though they've been around for a while. I think the only reason why it feels newer is because you never see anybody rocking these things out. In PvP, you just absolutely forget about it. In PvE, maybe. You might want to put these on a Night Stalker and just be all about generating orbs. You could go ahead and take a sword in and just swipe at everything, try to generate as many orbs as you can until you've got your tether, then go ahead and fire out your tether, generate more orbs. It could be fun for that, but you just don't see anybody ever rocking these things out. You just don't. And for pretty much one avenue in PvE that's related to the amount of heavy ammo that you have, I can't give these things any higher than a D. Sorry, yeah, it's got to be a D. It just has to be a D. You're really not going to get any use of this. I don't even know if I have an active one. I might have deleted it to the kiosk already. Who knows? But yeah, you're going to probably want to pass on Skyburner's Annex and just move on over to the Warlock. So for the Warlock, we've got the Apotheosis Veil. And much like the Annex, you really never see this thing. Though I will say that that stat roll here is definitely tier 12 capable. So it's a very, very good stat roll. But you never see this thing. You just never do. It's got really nice perks. Its special perk is great, but it's tied to your super. Whenever you cast your super, you get your health back, you get your melee back, and you get your grenade back. That's all fantastic. The problem is in PvP, you get your super 2-3 times a game, maybe 4 if you're extremely lucky or extremely good. You don't get it all that much. In PvE, you'd get it more, but the Warlock has just a bunch of good exotics. It's tough to go ahead and bench one of those to put this on. Because of that, I'm going to give these things a C. That might be a little bit lower than I've been grading it recently, but the more I keep thinking about it, even though it's solid, it's just, you're not going to put this on over some of your other favorites, and that's the only reason why. It's a really good perk. If it had one extra thing additional, like Ophidian Aspect has weapon handling, if it had just one other tiny thing, you might actually see it. Anyway, moving on to our weapon, we've got the Hawkmoon. one of the best looking weapons in the game with ornaments, one of the best looking ornaments in the game, Moonglow. I don't actually own either of the Hawkmoon ornaments. I don't own either of them. This one's kind of cool, but I really like Moonglow. I like this a lot better. So Hawkmoon. Hawkmoon pretty much got a buff. Pretty much got a buff with the hand cannons because I don't think you're going to be penalized as much for not having max range. Now you will be hurt with the damage fall off a little bit, but you've got lucky bullets and holding aces, you've got all kinds of good stuff that should help to make up for some of that lost damage whenever you're shooting at a range a bit. So I think the Hawkmoon actually got a little bit of a buff, and I think Hawkmoon might start coming back. Hawkmoon might start coming back into the meta, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good because Hawkmoon is a really stylish gun. It's been kind of MIA for a little bit, but I'm thinking Hawkmoon might see a resurgence. So Hawkmoon is definitely going to get an A if you don't have one, and I don't know why you wouldn't have a Hawkmoon, but go ahead and pick one up. I think you might start seeing it again in the Crucible a good bit because hand cannons, we know people are going to be using legendary hand cannons for sure, but some people might want to rock out their exotics. They're going to give it a whirl. They are going to give it a whirl. And if Hawkmoon's going to hit on its first shot, and then that first shot is going to be a bonus damage shot, oh boy, watch out. Watch out. Hawkmoon could be really good. So that is your this week. Are you going to buy anything? Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Xur, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #Gentlemen.